Welcome to day 3 of improving love and relationships. And today had a lot of beautiful oils there, and I hope you guys all had a chance to read through the posts. We'll just highlight some quick things about them, and you can also share some of these oils. Joel loves to use. I don't use that much, but the first one is Whisper, and we call it the woman's blend, but it's for men too.
That's
and
right.
what's really nice is and I've tried this on many women, it smells a little different on each woman because of our own individual biochemistry. But what's really cool is the way that it smells on the partner, right? The couple, the partner likes it, where like you've smelled Whisper on other women and you don't like it.
I don't like it as much.
No, not as much as on me, right? And it is a pheromone. It's a natural pheromone. So
man.
Yeah. So it's great to put on your pulse points. I also like to put it behind my ears.
Cut this off now.
Oh, right. It's going to get too hot in here.
It's hot in here.
Right. So wear like perfume, and you'll love it. Like I love the way it smells on me, and it smells different than on other women. And your partner will like how it smells on you too. Yeah, so that's Whisper. And what's wonderful about Whisper is it also helps with hormone balancing. So even though it smells really nice, it's also supporting our system and helping with hormone balancing. And then it's the oil of femininity. So it helps to bring out our softer side, our sensuality, our femininity. And that's why it also is good for guys. Like if you have guys that maybe are relying a lot on their masculinity and like machoism, it will help them get in touch with their feminine side, because we all, each of us, whether we're male or female, we each have a masculine and feminine side, and we want that balanced. So that's really fun. And then the next one is Clary Sage. Now, Clary Sage, we call the oil of clarity and vision. Again, it's used a lot for helping to balance hormones. And the reason why this becomes so important for improving love and relationships is if our hormones are out of balance, it can disrupt our libido, our sexual drive, right? When our estrogen and progesterone are out of balance, testosterone out of balance, it can affect our sexual drive. And so Clary Sage is one of those that's used a lot for balancing hormones, but it's also used for clarity or clearing energy. And so maybe there's something blocked, right? We also talked about how it works with the chakras to make sure that our energy centers are also open and flowing. And it actually can be used on the sacral, the second chakra, the sacral chakra, which again has to do with sensuality, creativity, and so helping to create movement there. Yes, so Clary Sage. You will find it in our blend called Clary Calm, which is used a lot for helping with monthly issues, female issues like PMS, menstrual cramps, heavy flow of blood. And so again, because it's helping to balance the hormones and clear the energy. So you might want to try that if you're not too keen on just Clary Sage by itself. It does have a kind of a more unique smell to it. Some people,
I like it.
Some people aren't fond of it. So you might want to try it in the blend called Clary Calm. And one of the things in Clary Calm is ylang ylang. And I love this oil. Oops, I skipped. We'll come back to the other two. Let's see. I skipped ylang ylang. That was That was the first one. Sorry. I love Ylang Ylang. It is that it brings out the child in us, that wonder, that curiosity, that play, that freedom. And so it's a wonderful one to diffuse. It's also nice to mix in blends, perfume blends, to bring out that childlike quality. And this is why I like Clary Calm, that blend, because not only does it have Clary Sage, but it also has Ylang Ylang in it, plus some other oils. Right. So this is a nice, floral. Yeah. Yes, it's very, very
I don't use it enough. It's so great that we get to do these because
it reminds us, right? It
reminds us to use them. I just use so many. It's just wonderful.
Yeah. I like to mix it in a spray or diffuser, actually with lemongrass and lavender. Is a nice combination of Ylang Ylang, lemongrass, and lavender.
Sounds good.
Yes. So now the next two.
Did you talk about what the Ylang Ylang is for the child?
Yeah.
Yes.
The inner child, or that curiosity, that play. So like if you're too serious, you're gosh.
It's in Ylang Ylang on.
Yeah. Right. Remedy for the heart. Lighten up the heart. That's what I was trying to remember. Now, the next two, sandalwood and patchouli, I don't use by themselves. Sandalwood and patchouli are both in my favorite blend that I like to use called In Tune, which is our focus blend, because, in sandalwood and patchouli, help with connection, with focus, right?
Sandalwood helps with libido.
Yeah, exactly. It actually has aphrodisiac qualities.
That's right.
Yes, and so
I have to do that.
how do you like to use the sandalwood?
Oh, well, I put it in my bath water when I take baths.
Yes.
I love it. I put it on my temples. I put it on the back of my neck to help with the neural networks in the brain, because it's a nerve tonic as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it just smells good. It smells heavenly. It's one of those, you want to meditate and get into a spiritual mood. Sandalwood is definitely one of the top three, along with patchouli, jasmine, frankincense, all of those.
Yes, wow. And it's interesting. You said it's heavenly, and one of the properties of it is to help in release feelings of disconnectedness from our spiritual self.
Yes.
So that's why it is used a lot in meditation. used in meditation a lot.
Yeah.
It also assists in calming and relaxing. It's a tree oil, and tree oils in general are calming and grounding. Think of frankincense, sandalwood. Right.
Man, oh man, oh man.
I know.
What a good day for doing this.
Oh. It's also thick.
It's very thick.
Yeah, why don't you there? Okay. Yeah. So let's see how sandalwood and Ylang Ylang.
My.
Sandalwood and Ylang Ylang.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Oh, so and just an FYI.
If I start floating away, you'll know why, because this stuff is just definitely said to be.
Just an FYI, because I just love doTERRA's commitment to sustainability and also to the environment. And there's a huge project going on in Hawaii to reforest the sandalwood trees. And the idea is that based on the number of trees that are being planted, for every one tree that's used to make sandalwood oil, doTERRA has planted over 200 additional trees. And I just love their commitment to us for their purity and testing of the oils, and then to sustainability. Now,
okay, so Carissa wants to know a little bit about what's the difference between Hawaiian sandalwood and Indian sandalwood.
They're pretty much the same. The reason why doTERRA started to work with Hawaiian sandalwood was because it was difficult to achieve sustainability on a large scale of sandalwood in India. And so to help ensure an uninterrupted supply of sandalwood and to obtain it in a very ecological, sustainable way, they are working with the Hawaiian government and have created sandalwood farms. So, but as far as chemistry, pretty much the same. Sandalwood might have a little higher linalool in it. Hawaiian.
Okay.
Hawaiian might have a little higher linalool. Linalool, if you remember, is also in lavender, which is a very calming effect. But I'll have to verify that.
Well, all I know is I'm feeling very lightheaded right now.
Oh, he's getting high on life.
Boy, man, I was definitely getting a buzz off of this stuff.
Okay, so the last one that we talked about is patchouli, which is the oil of physicality and is good for intimacy. Some of the properties, it's mood uplifting, helping you to let go of things like shame and judgment of the body, which we know can get in the way of intimacy. And it also is really good at encouraging communication on a physical and emotional level so that you can really connect with your partner, with yourself, being vulnerable and sharing. And lastly, what I like, it assists in healing and also challenges one to work through issues relating to disconnect from the body and tension in the body. So again, if I was to kind of wrap it up, it helps with connecting you to your body, your physical body, and feeling comfortable in it, and allowing you to be open and vulnerable to have a healthy relationship.
And since it's one of my favorites,
yeah,
I guess we'll have some of that
See
too.
where I love it in tune, but it's not one that I tend to use on its own. Sorry.
2 drops is too much?
Oh, okay. Yeah. But I do love it blended in tune. And
it's so different than that stinky stuff people used to wear in the 70s.
Yes, it is considered a hippie oil when I wear in tune. People will say, ooh, what's that hippie oil, right? So that's what people are reminded about.
Also, it's a great antibiotic. So if you ever get a snake bite, or bitten by a spider or something like that, put some patchouli on that baby, and it will definitely go to work to kill whatever's poisonous.
Oh, yes. Really?
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah.
I would assume with myrrh, too. Maybe myrrh is very cleansing also. Yeah. So we wanted to close out today with a beautiful prayer that is in the 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz, and it's a Toltec wisdom book. And it's a beautiful book, if you're not familiar with it, to help connect with our higher selves and to pretty much create heaven on earth is the goal of the book. And really, and it starts with us, creating heaven and a heaven-like state within us.
Yes. And
so this is a prayer of love, and thought it was very applicable to today's oils and kind of summing it all up. So today, creator of the universe or universal energy, God is all that is, however you like to refer. We ask that you come to us and share with us a strong communion of love. We know that your real name is love, that to have a communion with you means to share the same vibration, the same frequency that you are, because you are the only thing that exists in the universe, and you flow to us and through us. Today, help us to be like you are, to love life, to be life, to be love. Help us to love the way you love, with no conditions, no expectations, no obligations, without any judgment. Help us to love and accept ourselves without any judgment. Because when we judge ourselves, we find ourselves guilty and we need to be punished. Help us to love everything you create unconditionally, especially other human beings, especially those who live around us, all of our relatives and close friends and people whom we try so hard to love. Because when we reject them, we reject ourselves. And when we reject ourselves, we reject you. Help us to love others just the way they are with no conditions. Help us to accept them the way they are without judgment. Because if we judge them, we find them guilty, we blame them, and we have the need to find punishment. Today, clean our hearts of any emotional pain that we have. Free our minds from any judgment so that we can live in complete peace and complete love. Today is a very special day. Today, we open our hearts to love again so that we can tell each other, I love you, without any fear and really mean it. Today, we offer ourselves to you. Come to us, use our voices, use our eyes, use our hands, and use our hearts to share ourselves in a communion of love with everyone. Today, God got us all that is. Help us to be just like you. Thank you for everything that we receive this day, especially for the freedom to love and to be who we really are. Amen.
Amen.
So, with that, please continue to focus on love, continue to open your heart, and continue to use these beautiful gifts of the earth that we have been given to help support us in this process.